Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, returning to a much anticipated series that you guys have been really wanting me to get back into, and that is the Diamond with Every Weapon series. Now, we have gone through quite a few of the different guns. I think really all we have left is a lot of the bows, and then we also have some of the shotguns, and then the brand new ARs. So we're going to be using all of the ARs in today's video, and we're going to try and get a diamond with each of them, and hopefully we can accomplish that in a timely manner. There is a lot of fresh multiplayer servers because of the updates, so hopefully we can actually have some decent luck in finding diamonds and make this so it doesn't take like 3 or 4 days to complete like some of the episodes have in the past. Hopefully we can just bang this all out in one day and get the 3 diamonds that we need for this video. So I guess without further ado, let's start searching around for some diamonds and see if we can find any. There we go. Finally, we have ourselves a guaranteed diamond in front of us. This is about 3 hours after I started recording for this video, so that just gives you guys an idea of how long it takes to find these a lot of the time. I had to go through, I think, 3 different maps and in multiplayer and single player, and finally we found ourselves a diamond red deer in my single player Quattro Colinas. Now, I have not touched this map hardly at all since the update, so we've got pretty much an unsearched map because of the population redistributions that EW did with this last update. So this guy's probably an initial spawn if I were to take a guess, and well, actually I know it's an initial spawn because I haven't really shot any red deer over here. Now hopefully this thing ends up being a really high 260s deer, because I would love to get a 269 plus. I've only killed one my whole time playing, and it was quite a while back during our first grind for the Great One Red Deer. Now this is an absolutely impossible shot to make, to be honest. I think the tree would stop our shot if we tried. So what we might have to do is try to get them to move with the 22. I don't know which slot I even put it in, but I know I brought it with me. That's definitely not it. Well, we'll try to find it. There we go. Let's go ahead and try to get this guy to move. As you can see, he's just sandwiched between everything else, which is definitely not ideal. Let's try to get him to move, though. And that hit right below one of those hinds, so we should be okay. He just went alert. I do want to check to see the distance. It's about 228. I think we can make this with the 308. And in fact... Aw, man. That would have been perfect right there. That actually does look like a very wide red deer, though. This actually has a chance of being a 269 or a 270. If it makes that, that will be absolutely incredible. And it's got a pretty solid chance. But if it's going to act like this, it's going to be pretty hard to actually get it down. So I think once we push up a little bit more and get to about 150, we should actually be able to take the shot, because we'll be a little bit more even with him. And I think we could definitely get into the vitals if he lifts his head up. There we go, that should do it. Hopefully we can manage to squeeze a shot in there now. There we go, that should do the trick. That should be a dead red deer, and it definitely is. Now, I originally actually came over here to go for some ibex, since they are a pretty easy diamond to find. However, it was already at red deer time when I jumped on, so I figured I might as well just hunt some red deer before I actually go to the ibex. And it definitely paid off. I might go look for the ibex as well and see if I do have any diamond ones on the map, since I have not hunted any ibex except the rondas since this last update. So hopefully there will actually be some decent ibex. I haven't checked out the southeasterns or the Bathidi ibex or the Greedos, so hopefully one of those will have something for us. Well, there it is. That is one of the largest red deer we have killed in a couple months, I believe. The last time that I killed something this large was during the first grind for the Great One Red Deer, and it was, I think, towards the end of that grind. But it's been a while since we've had one this large, so let's take a look at this score. I'm assuming this will be a very high scoring one, probably at least 267. And it's a 266.20. Okay, so that's not quite as high as I was thinking, but it's still a very good red deer. Still a very solid one to get. And we did manage to get a good shot, a little bit high, but overall it actually worked out pretty well. A solid diamond to get as our first one of this video. About 3+ hours into this recording, we did finally get one, which is nice. Now, unfortunately, this wind is absolutely terrible, but we do have a diamond potential ibex up here. It's a level 5 southeastern Spanish ibex, which I have not hunted since the update either, so I kind of expected there to be at least one ibex diamond of any of the species, and it looks like we have the possibility of a level 5 southeastern Spanish making it. Let's try to get an actual angle where I can see it, and then we'll decide what approach we want to take. I have to use the 223 for this guy, so it's going to be difficult. And then I think the last gun that we're going to be able to use on one of these diamonds that we find is going to be the 22 AR. And then I'm probably going to throw a 4th weapon into this video if I get the chance to, provided I actually have the time to do that before I need to put this video live. But we're running out of ARs to use, as we kind of expected, considering there's only 3, but we will try to find a 4th weapon to use as well. I think I've used most of the weapons in the game. However, there's probably a couple that I still haven't. I know I haven't used a lot of the bows, but I think I haven't used the Rancho shotgun, the Cuso. So we might end up using that as well. Okay, so that is right where they are. That one is alert, because I was just jumping to see if I could find them. But the 5 is a little bit farther in front, more to the left over here. Hopefully this will actually be a good angle to approach them. I think it should be. We are above them, and the wind is good. So we should have no issues getting into a spot where we can actually see the level 5, and there it is right there. We can probably stand up and then shoot it when it's broadside. This is going to be difficult, though. It's definitely not going to be easy, and in fact, we might have just screwed that up. I think we hit it in the neck. We definitely did not hit the neck bone. So I think it won't die. To be honest, I don't know. Ibex are kind of frail, so even that could kill it, which would not be good. We're just gonna have to hope for the best here and hope that it gives us a good angle again, because we for sure did not get into anything vital right there. Now, thankfully, they are gonna start walking back towards us, so if we just sit here, we will eventually be able to take another shot on it, provided it doesn't die before it gets back here, which it definitely shouldn't. The 223 is extremely weak, so I think we should be okay. I'm going to try and approach one of these bushes so we can get some cover, and maybe we'll be able to take a second shot on this guy. Well, that wind is not being kind, unfortunately. They're definitely going to spook from that wind. Let's just try to get in this bush and hope that's enough to at least delay the spooking of that 5 when it comes back. They definitely have not died. This is going to be interesting. Oh, there it is. That's him right there. He's definitely not going the direction I thought he would be. We might have to try and get him to spook. There we go, he's alerted. This will hopefully give us the shot we need. But once again, it's not looking very promising. Until right there. That will do it. That should seal the deal on him. Now we just gotta hope we didn't somehow hit the skull on that first shot, and we should be okay. There we have it. Diamond number 2, hopefully, of this episode of Diamond with Every Gun. Hopefully this guy will make it, and hopefully we did not screw it up on the first shot, because that could possibly be something that might have happened. I guess we'll see. It is a diamond, 91-10. This is just a couple points over diamond. And the first shot luckily hit high. Second shot got perfect right lung. Thank God the 223 is a weak round, or else this would have been really bad. It probably would have clipped the spine. But we got lucky because the 223 is so weak. But this is actually the first diamond southeastern Spanish ibex I've had in months at this point. Maybe even a year, because I don't hunt them that often. So that actually is kind of a cool thing to get. And you know, now that I think of it, I can't actually remember if I taxidermized that red deer. I really hope I did. If not, I guess it is what it is, but I really hope I didn't forget. I just thought of that as I went to tax this guy. It's been a little while since I got that red deer, so I can't actually remember if I did tax it. I hope I did. But anyway, there is diamond number 2 of this episode. Let's hope it doesn't take a long time to find diamond number 3, because I've already been searching for, I think, probably 5+ hours at this point. And yeah, it's becoming quite a bit of hunting in one day, and I'd just like to find a 3rd diamond. I'm hoping it won't take too long. I mean, We can always go for geese or ducks or something like that, maybe some rabbits, because that's a lot of the stuff that we can shoot with the 22, so that's probably what we're going to end up doing, but I guess we'll see.
One eternity later.
So for this third one right here, unfortunately my microphone bugged out very heavily during this clip. We'll play a little bit of that so you guys get an idea of what happened. Finally have diamond number 3 in front of us, or at least what... This is something that's happened with my microphone a few times in the past. It's because of the, I guess, like, voice software that I use, which is Voice Meter. It's kind of a program to tweak the audio to make it so the voice is a bit clearer, has a little bit more of a professional sound, more fitting for YouTube videos than what the default Blue Yeti microphone would have. So I use that to kind of perfect the audio and dampen a bit of the background noise. But occasionally it does have this issue, I've noticed, which is a bit unfortunate. Normally I check for it, but because we ran up on this guy and he was sprinting away, I just quickly clicked record and started talking, and unfortunately I didn't take the time to check to see if my microphone was working properly, which is my bad, honestly. But this was the third animal we ended up finding for this video. Now, it had been about a week and a half since we got the ibex and the red deer, maybe more, maybe less, but around a week and a half, and it hadn't been a week and a half since we had found a diamond, but it had been that long since I found a diamond that I could actually shoot with one of the remaining weapons. The ones that I wanted to use were the 338 and the 22 AR, so it was kind of whichever one we found something to shoot with first, and we ended up finding ourselves an elk. Now, we had found a few other diamonds like I mentioned. We found a few diamond whitetail, but I can't exactly shoot them with either of those guns, so I had to wait until I found this guy. And I was really happy to see that our third diamond for this video was going to be an elk, because it had been a long time since we got one. Even the few times that I've been hunting Layton in the past few months, never really found any good elk, so it was a really awesome sight to see another giant bull running out. And I was kind of worried this guy wouldn't make it because his upper estimate was only 383, which is just barely above the diamond rating, but thankfully he ended up making it, and we ended up taking him out with the 338 when he gave us the perfect broadside angle. And honestly, this couldn't have worked out better. He got into kind of a clearing and then stopped perfectly for us, and we were able to take the shot, which is pretty rare. Honestly, a lot of times when I'm chasing down a trophy, they tend to spook off a few times in the thick brush before I get them into a clear area where I can actually take the shot, but thankfully this guy actually cooperated with us and gave us a great angle. And now all we have left to figure out is what we're going to take with the 22 AR. I kind of want to take a goose, but at the same time, I'm wondering if we should go for a turkey or a duck, because that might be a little bit easier because I can just multiplayer hop. But I guess we'll find out. We're gonna go look for that next, and I guess whatever we end up finding will be next in this video. Well, I think we are actually going to call it there. We'll just leave this video at 3 diamonds, and then that way we have a little bit more that we can put in other videos. But this is that elk we ended up getting towards the end. It is such a beautiful bull. Now, even though it only made diamond by a couple points, it's still a very good looking elk. I absolutely love the way the diamond elk look. Such beautiful animals, and this guy's even a little bit wonky, as we can see here, which I did not notice when I was in the harvest screen. It's actually kind of a wonky dude, which is always a plus. And one of the interesting thing about the elk is they actually don't get scored by tip-to-tip spread or inner spread, I believe, so when you get a wonky rack like this, it really doesn't even affect the score, it just makes it look cooler, so I'm always happy to get a few of these whenever I can. But I think that is going to be it for this video. Now, we've only got a few weapons left to do in the series. I think we're down to less than 10, and a lot of them are bows and shotguns, so the next few episodes of this series are going to be very interesting. Now, if you guys haven't seen the previous episodes, I highly recommend checking them out. All you gotta do is type in Scarecrow Diamond with Every Gun, and it should bring them all up. Plus, I have a playlist called Diamond with Every Gun, so if you guys have not checked out the previous episodes, I highly recommend doing that. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss any of the future uploads. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below on which guns you think that we should use in the next one for the weapons that we haven't used so far. I'm curious which ones you guys would like to see. Do you want to see me continue with the bows? Do you want to see me do the shotguns? Do you want to see me do just like the random ones here and there that we haven't done? Let me know, and I will try to get to whatever is commented the most. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!